Hi, thanks for tuning in today. Just a bit of an update. So last week I did an episode about my upcoming school reunion. So a quick report back on that, and then something I learned from a conversation as well that I thought I would share with all of you. So the reunion was great. What I anticipated last week on my podcast was that it was going to be very similar to the 10-year reunion in that I remember going to the 10-year reunion thinking, oh, wow, I wonder how many people have changed and everything else. And what I realized is that no one had changed at all. We were probably just more amplified versions of who we already were. The only difference between the 10-year reunion and the 25-year reunion is the 10-year reunion was quite boozy out till all hours of the morning. This one was a bit more subdued, I think, because we're a bit older and wiser. People have families and things like that. But very similar. Like, no one had changed at all. And I remember walking in and thinking, oh, wow, I actually recognize everyone and I can tell what type of conversation we'll have, and obviously drawn to certain people who I had connected with in high school and didn't talk to others that I really had no connection with. So yeah, really interesting social dynamic reunions. I'm just curious if anyone's thought about doing a reality TV series about a school reunion. I know there's that famous movie, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion, but I think a reality TV series just going to different high school reunions would be amazing, and just following the storylines of people as well. Because I've got a couple of friends, like they've married each other, they were dating in high school, and so yeah, just lovely to see. One of the conversations I had was with my friend Tim, and Saji played football for the school and played at a representative level. I mean, he was in the same year as Matt McKay at another school. They played in the GPS competition, and Matt McKay is the Brisbane Roar captain when they were just doing really well under Ange Postecoglou. And we were talking about Matt playing and why he became so successful. And I was like, Matt, when I watch Matt play, he's not the most talented, but he is a guy that will just run down the ball, and he's relentless and he's super fit. And Saji agreed with that. He's like, yeah, he's all of those things. He wasn't the most talented. There were way more talented players. But what Matt McKay was really great at, he said, was listening to the coach and just doing what the coach told him. And I just love that as a line. I think I did a podcast or an article about being uncoachable and just rejecting advice from people and doing your own thing. And then Tim piped up that his son is playing soccer as well. And he said, yeah, I relate to that. His kid doesn't really follow the coach's instructions, but there's one kid on the team that is talented, is fit, and just follows everything the coach says. And he's a standard above everyone else. So I think there is wisdom in obviously having the right coach, and not only in sport, obviously in business and life as well, someone that you can trust, and that if you follow, you know that you will be successful. I think it's really difficult to discern who those people are. Obviously sport is much easier. You can look at track records, and when you're younger, there's like fundamental elements of different sports that apply where you are. But as you have different goals, you've got to navigate that as well. And so, yeah, I think we do emphasize talent an awful lot in everything. And a lot of it is, and this is the great thing, a lot of it is, it's more than talent. It's about commitment. It's about being resilient and following through and backing yourself. I'll say being match fit is key for both the work that you do, which means you've got to put in the hours or the time to become match fit. And sometimes it can just be as simple as following a plan and following an instruction. And when I did interview Matt for the Brisbane Roar event that I hosted for them earlier this year at Suncorp Stadium, I did ask him about playing under Ange Postecoglou, and he did say that what Ange did was just drive certain plays into their brains. They would just do the same drill over and over and over and over again. And that's all it was, just repetition. And yeah, anyway, sometimes it is like this, the boring things that can make a difference. Thanks for listening. I'll speak to you tomorrow.